Hey guys, let's get more news from Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. CeeDee Lamb dominated Pro Bowl Games Skill Challenge. CeeDee Lamb capped off an excellent night for the NFC with a winning dodgeball performance in the Pro Bowl Games. Lamb earned his Pro Bowl nod with a stunning breakout performance for the Dallas Cowboys. Lamb finished first overall in total receptions, second in receiving yards, and third in total touchdowns. He emerged as one of the NFL's premier wide receivers. Sadly, for Lamb and the Cowboys, their season ended in frustration with a Round 1 loss in the playoffs. Nonetheless, Lamb channeled any remaining energy and frustration into an excellent display. He eliminated 3 AFC players and recorded the most eliminations for any NFC player. Cowboys teammate Micah Parsons reminded Lamb of the $80,000 prize on offer before the game, and it certainly seemed to have helped. Lamb will be back in action on Sunday for more challenges and to play in the flag football game. Dallas Cowboys receiver CeeDee Lamb took his game to another level in 2023 as he developed into a genuine number 1 receiver in the NFL. In his 4th year, Lamb became one of the best receivers in football, as he totaled career highs in yards, 1,749, receptions, 135, and touchdowns, 12, as he was in the upper echelon of receivers in every key stat, which led to an All-Pro selection. At times, Lamb was borderline unguardable as coach Mike McCarthy, in his first year of calling plays in Dallas, found ways to get the ball in number 88's hands. Such was Lamb's stellar season, that NFL.com has ranked him as the 7th best defensive player in the league. CeeDee Lamb arrived as an elite wideout in his 4th season in Dallas, ranking in the top 3 among receivers in nearly every category, NFL.com wrote. He led the NFL with 135 receptions, also a Cowboys record, and finished second with 1,749 receiving yards. He found most of his success in the slot, where he posted a league-high 894 receiving yards and 8 receiving TDs, per next-gen stats, thanks to his incredible route running and rapport with Dak Prescott. Lamb is the next great in a long line of greats wearing number 88 in Dallas. The first-time All-Pro looks poised to deliver big plays for years to come. It now marks back-to-back seasons of high-quality production for Lamb as he established himself as a genuine star of the league. At one stage, Lamb was averaging 100 yards receiving and/or a touchdown in 11 of 12 games. That is quite a stretch of form. It also includes 4 straight 100-plus yard games. Dan Quinn expected to poach Cowboys coach after Commanders hiring. Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn is making his head coaching return after 3 seasons. After being snubbed from the other 4 teams he interviewed with this offseason, Dan Quinn's last option was the Washington Commanders gig. Now that he reportedly has the job, he is already poaching the Cowboys staff. The first name Quinn is expected to poach from the Cowboys is Joe Whitt Jr., who has been working as the secondary coach and pass game coordinator in Dallas since 2021. Under his leadership, the Cowboys consistently had some of the best secondaries in the league. Quinn managed to build elite defensive units in Dallas. Last year, the Cowboys ranked 5th in passing yards allowed and 5th in scoring. Therefore, it shouldn't surprise anybody that he would want to bring the architects of this defense to Washington, who had the worst defense in the NFL in 2023, both in terms of points and yards allowed. Interestingly enough, Whitt Jr. is also considered to be a front-runner in Dallas to replace Quinn as defensive coordinator, according to the Dallas Morning News. He has an extensive relationship with Mike McCarthy as the two worked together for a decade in Green Bay. Whether Whitt Jr. will follow Quinn to Washington or stay loyal to McCarthy in Dallas remains to be seen, but Dallas clearly has a lot of work to do to replenish their staff on the defensive side of the ball. The Cowboys' offseason just got significantly more complicated. Adam Schefter, from ESPN, reported this Thursday, that the Washington Commanders are expected to hire Dan Quinn as head coach. Quinn has already served as an HC in the NFL, with the Atlanta Falcons, and more recently, he stood out as defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas had great results on defense with Quinn. Since 2021, the Cowboys have been among the top 10 defenses in points given up per game. In 2023, it was fifth best in yards per game, with 299.7. The coach was also important in the development of players like Micah Parsons and Darren Bland. Dallas Cowboys, Mike Zimmer wants top coaching position. With Dan Quinn leaving his post to take over the Washington Commanders, the Dallas Cowboys have begun searching for his replacement. There are several big names linked with the opening, and all of them promise to bolster a talented defense and help the squad make the Super Bowl. One particular coach is eyeing the position as his chance to return to coaching in the NFL. With the caliber of names already connected to the position, he may have a difficult time landing the job. However, he does have a professional connection with the organization that may give him the advantage. Reed Hansen of Cowboys Wire wrote about the possibility of the coach who built his career as the team's defensive coordinator 20 years ago returning and bringing the team back to the Super Bowl. After the Cowboys, he made stops in Atlanta and Cincinnati before bagging the Minnesota Vikings head coaching gig from 2014 until 2021. His defensive prowess helped the Vikings solidify themselves in the NFC North, though they didn't win the Super Bowl under his guidance. While it's been a while since he coached an NFL team, he kept himself busy and built the necessary facilities in his private property to keep himself ready for a coaching gig should he return to the NFL. Given Zimmer's reputation and skills, there is a good chance he'll land the DC role with the Cowboys. However, Hansen wrote that there will be a lot of adjustments he needs to implement should he get the nod. He detailed the potential issues he would face. Zimer, 67, has a desire to coach again in the NFL. The Cowboys are known to like familiar faces with proven track records. There's an understandable link between the two. Such a hire wouldn't be seamless, though. Zimmer plays a lot of zone defense, and the Cowboys' two best coverage men, Trayvon Diggs and Darren Bland, play primarily man coverage. Compromise would have to be found in the secondary, which isn't impossible, just risky. He will have steep competition for the post, with the likes of Mike Vrabel and Al Harris also linked to the job. However, his connection with the franchise should give him a bit of an edge. And you fan, what do you think of the Mike Zimmer situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.